Hello, everybody. It's me again. That's right. Diego Knows. Welcome to Diego Knows. Okay, today we're going to talk about, well, of course, what else are we going to talk about? Sex and the City. That's what we talk about here. That's what I talk about here, and you just listen. Okay. Yes, I'm a big fan of Sex and the City. I've watched all 94 episodes. I watched both movies, and I watched that piece of shit show. And just like crap, I do not recommend you watch that show. That show is terrible. Absolutely horrible. I already reviewed it. All my videos are on this channel here if you want to see it. But we're not going to talk about that show today. What we're going to talk about is The Good Show, okay, back from the late 90s, early 2000s. And that was called Sex in the City, okay, with Sarah Jessica Parker, Kim Cattrall, Cynthia Nixon, and Kristen Davis. Okay, that was a great show. Like I said, I love the show. Now, back in the day, I watched the show when it first came out. Okay, I was younger back then. I lived in a big city. I was actively dating. You know, I was going to college. I was going to parties, nightclubs. You know, concerts. I was doing theater. You know, I knew a lot of actors, a lot of models, a lot of people like that. You know, worked in the food and beverage industry like everyone else did, stand-up comedians. We all did the same fucking shit. Went to a lot of parties, hung out at a lot of houses, you know, drank a lot, that kind of shit. So we were actively dating at the time. And this show was kind of a representative of what we were going through. The only difference is me and my friends were a good 10, 15 years younger than the women on the show, okay? We were in our 20s. These women are in their 30s and 40s, all right? So we were doing the same thing they were doing, okay? Living in a big city, you know, going out all the time, hanging out with your friends. We were doing all that shit too, okay? I love the show, but I was the only straight guy that I knew that actively watched the show on a regular basis. The reason I watched the show was because all the hot girls that I knew were watching it, and they were all talking about it, and I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. So I figured, okay, I need to learn what the hell is this show that's got everyone enthralled, and I started watching it, and I got hooked, okay? But unfortunately, I couldn't get my guy friends to watch the show, okay? So I could never really talk to other guys about the show, but I talked to plenty of women about the show. Okay, let me tell you something. That's an icebreaker right there. You know, you want to get a girl talking. Let's talk about Sex in the City. Okay, and that's what I did. I did to get laid. Get big fucking deal, man. This show's called Straight Man's Point of View. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. Okay, the honest to God truth, and see if you can handle it. Because I don't know if you can handle it or not. All right, but that's what I do here. Is I break apart every single episode, and I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got. Okay, your dad didn't watch the show with you. Your boyfriend didn't watch the show, or at least he didn't watch every episode with you, did he? No, he didn't. Okay, your husband didn't either. All right, you watch this with your girlfriends and your gay friends. That's who you watch the show with. Okay, well I'm not any of those. All right, I'm gonna tell you the honest to God fucking truth. I got nothing to gain by lying to you. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. Okay, straight man's point of view. And if you're easily triggered, if your feelings get hurt, if you're a snowflake, get the fuck out right now. Okay, I'm not gonna spare your feelings. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Okay, but if I say something, okay, it's because this is honestly what I believe. All right? So if you don't like it, tough titty kitty, the milk is still good. All right? So I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view, okay? Which is the point of view you did not get on this show. This show was written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists, and they don't know what the fuck a straight guy is. This is their idea of what a straight guy is. They don't really know what a straight guy is, or what we go through, or the things that we juggle, or any of that kind of shit. The pressures that we have, none of it. Okay, this show is fucking lollipop land. Well, I'm gonna give you some truth. Okay, some honest to God truth here on this show. Okay, that's what I do here, okay? So anyway, so now we are on season 6. Yes, season 6. I said I was going to review every goddamn episode of the show, and I'm keeping my promise. I've made it all the way to fucking season 6 now. Okay, this is the last season of the show. Okay, this is the last season of Sex and the City. Okay, after this, you get 2 movies, and then you get that piece of shit show, which I already reviewed. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is after I review the movies, I think I'm just gonna like just review a bunch of chick flicks and burst those bubbles too. Okay, it's a lot of bullshit out there. Okay, and then why do I say this? Okay, because a lot of us guys were raised by single moms. Okay, and you know, we were taught all this kind of bullshit. Okay, that women got from watching these fucking chick flicks and these chick TV shows like this one. Okay, and it's all fucking bullshit, guys. Please, if you watch this, okay, I'm making this for you too, okay? You're gonna learn a lot of shit here, okay, that your fucking single mom didn't tell you. I'm gonna fucking tell you, okay, because I've been there. I know. And ladies, don't watch this with him. Don't watch this because, you know, he's gonna get embarrassed. Okay, he's gonna have to fucking pause it and explain himself to you. You know, oh, what the hell did he just say? Is that true? Don't listen to him, honey. He's just some idiot, man. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. No, guys don't ever think that stuff. No way. We don't like big titties. Hell no. No, we like the older middle-aged women. We don't like the younger hot-ass bitches. No, of course not. He's full of it. Don't listen to him, honey. You know, that kind of bullshit. I don't want to put you in that situation. So, guys, let's just watch this on your own, privately, okay? Let's see if you can handle the big lump of truth that I'm going to slide into you there. That's right. Yeah, I talk this way. So what? All right, you talk this way too. All right. So anyway, here we go. Sex and the City. This is season 6, episode 1 of season 6. We got 18 fucking episodes to go. God damn, it's a long season. It's a long season. All right. Name of this episode is called To Market, which has to deal with like the stock market and stuff. There's a big emphasis on stock market. In fact, the opening scene, Carrie oversleeps and she wakes up late and she's fucking rushing to get out of her apartment and she's fumbling and stumbling over shit. She's dropping stuff left and right. She's trying to hail a cab, okay, and she's running down the street in her fucking Manolo Blahnik heels trying to catch a cab, and she can't really run in them, but she does it anyway, you know, and she's like half dressed, looks like shit, okay, she bumps into like a woman walking like fucking 17 dogs, she bumps into that, she finally gets a cab, all right, but she's in a hurry and they're stuck in traffic, you know, and the fucking taxi driver doesn't give a shit. She's got to be somewhere in half an hour and she ain't gonna fucking make it. So she decides to take the subway there. So she jumps out of the fucking cab, runs into the subway. We see her coming out of the subway. She's fucking out of breath by going up steps. She's not used to going up and down steps in the subway. Hey, I live in Chicago, man. You get used to it. You get used to taking the subway, okay? Everyone works downtown. Nobody lives downtown. Okay, so, you know, I was very, very well accustomed to having to take the subway. I would drive my car to a place, to a neighborhood that I knew I could park it there without getting a ticket, and then I would hop on the fucking train from there and get to work, and that's what I did. I did it for years, and I got away with it, too. The only time I ever got a ticket was for street cleaning. Believe it or not, I got plenty of those. That sucked. That's where, like, if you park your car where you always do in front of your apartment, well, once a month they clean the streets, and if your car is parked there when they're trying to clean the street, you get a ticket. Yeah, it's just another bullshit way Chicago fucking got money out of you. But anyway, so she makes it there. She's going to the New York Stock Exchange. She has to ask somebody where the fuck it is. So she's not used to going down to Wall Street, okay? And even though New York is fucking famous for Wall Street. So she finally gets in there. She finally gets in the Board of Trade, the New York City Stock Exchange. She's in there. It's crowded. It's jam-packed. It's a bunch of dudes, you know, trying to fucking buy and sell like crazy. You know, the market is always fucking chaos like that, and it's about to get worse right now in 2022. But yeah, the market's always chaos like that. Have you ever been inside the stock market? It's fucking full of energy, okay? I've been at the Board of Trade in Chicago, you know, which was famously portrayed in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I've been in that Board of Trade before. Yeah, it is crazy over there too. Okay, it's crazy all over the world, honestly. The stock market just insane. Lots of energy there. Well, apparently Carrie's newspaper, the Daily Star, they're going to go public. This is their first day they're going to go public. Okay, so Carrie was selected, I guess because she's a recent published author, to fucking hit the button to officially make her paper go public, okay? So that's what she does. Okay, were there some cameos in there? I don't fucking know. I don't live in New York, but there probably was. That was probably the real head of security at the Board of Trade. That was probably the real people that run the shit that cameoed in this episode. Because, you know, I mean, the show is a love letter to New York City. It really is. I mean, you almost have to know New York City to understand all the jokes and all the witticisms, you know, and the vernacular. You really have to understand New York in order to fucking get it all, okay? Because this show is as New York as it fucking gets, okay? They almost never leave Manhattan in any of the episodes, okay? So that's going on here. So yeah, she has to go through metal detector, all sorts of shit. Okay. Well, she opens up her newspaper to the public. All right, and then she brags about it to the girls. They're out at some patio, on some sidewalk, trying to have lunch, and they're all talking to each other like they do every fucking episode. Okay. And Charlotte tells Carrie that she bought shares in her newspaper, so she's the first one to buy stock in her company. So it's really cheap, and she's like, my newspaper's cheap. Well, yeah, of course it's cheap. It just went on the fucking market. Okay. They haven't done anything yet. Okay. So looking at the menu, okay, oh my God, hamburgers are $20? What the fuck's up with that? Well, you're fucking rich. I'm sure you can fucking afford it, okay? They cost more than $20 now in 2020, some 20 years later. I believe this episode aired in 2003. Yeah, this was 2003 now, okay? So there was a little bit of New York pride. They had a huge American flag over the stock exchange. Lots of smaller American flags than one big American flag. Because, you know, September 11th wasn't that long ago. You know, and the wounds are still, the show doesn't deal with it, but the wounds are still fresh. You can tell, okay? The media just started talking about it. Like, you just started seeing it, like in TV shows and stuff, you know? So that's going on. Okay, so she's excited, you know, that fucking, she's got a date with Jack Berger. Yeah, Ron Livingston's character. He's coming back in this season. He's going to be the love interest for Carrie, because Carrie did not have a boyfriend at all last season, at all. Her and Aiden broke up, and then she fucked Big, and then she fucked some other guys, and that's it. Nothing serious, okay? No serious relationships here, all right? So Samantha's pissed off. The hamburgers cost like $20 in her neighborhood there. I guess they're eating in Samantha's neighborhood where she has her loft. okay? And you can't smoke anywhere anymore. New York City went smoke free, just like Chicago did. And I was a big smoker back then, but Carrie already quit smoking, and I quit smoking. Well, I don't smoke anymore, but I think I was still smoking back then. Yeah, I know it's a bad habit. Hey, I don't recommend you pick it up. All right, but yeah, so you can't smoke anywhere now. But Carrie's excited because she got a date with Jack Berger. All right, so Miranda's like, oh yeah, it's all fun and games, so someone has a fucking baby. Yeah, of course, Miranda would say that, you know. And Carrie's like, oh my God, I feel like a girl of 35 again. I like him so much. You know what, fucking Carrie? You feel like you're 35, so that means you're 36, okay? You were 34 when this fucking show first started in 1998. That was 5.5 years ago. You were 34, so how the fuck is it you're 36 5.5 years later? Okay, not fucking possible. All right, and you know how they get away with this on the show? You know how they get away with this age thing? Okay, they just don't talk about it. If you don't talk about it, it means it didn't happen, right? We're just supposed to assume that the past 5.5 years took place in 2 years? Really? Are you out of your fucking mind? No, but that's what they do. They just don't talk about it. Yeah, and just like the media, if they don't want you to fucking fact check, just don't mention it. And it's like it never happened, right? Yeah, well, they were doing that shit back then too. That's the number one fucking rule in fucking screenwriting. You know, if you don't want to draw attention to something, just don't mention it. Yeah, don't do the math. No, don't investigate nothing. Can't have you knowing the truth. What's that? What's the truth? There's no such thing as truth. There's only my truth. That's the only truth there is, right? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so that's going on here. We're supposed to go with it. Like, not do the math. Don't do the math. Okay, about how old Carrie is, all right? Because they're not going to fucking mention it, so you shouldn't think about it, all right? So that's going on here. Charlotte's like, you know, you need to find out Jack's bottom line right away. If I had done that with Harry, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. He will never get serious with me because I'm not Jewish. Well, you know, what the fuck, man? You know, and I'm a non-Jew. And Samantha's like, you know, what kind of a man passes on pussy for Purim? I don't know what Purim is. I'm not fucking Jewish, all right? I don't know what Purim is, okay? I was raised Catholic, and I'm not even Catholic anymore, so fuck it. All right, so that's going on. Meanwhile, Charlotte is at a restaurant with Harry, and they're talking while they're having dinner. And Charlotte's like, okay, so, you know, he orders pork from the waiter. He orders like a pork something. And Charlotte's like, what? I don't understand you, Harry. How is it you can eat pork, but you can't get serious with a woman who's not Jewish? He's like, well, I never said I was kosher. I'm conservative. Well, so am I, yes, but conservative for me doesn't mean wearing pearl necklaces, okay? I never thought. Now, I know what you're asking. I know what you want to ask me here, Charlotte. You want to know, why did I kiss you? Why did I sleep with you? Why did I fall in love with you if I knew the whole time that you were not Jewish? Okay? How did I let this happen, okay? Well, it's because I could not kiss you. I could not sleep with you. I could not fall in love with you. I never thought a shitza goddess like you could ever fall for a putz like me. Putz? You don't even know what a putz is, do you? Yes, it's like it's a schmuck. Are you sure you're not Jewish? Hey, you know what? This Jewish vernacular has totally penetrated the fucking the zeitgeist here, okay? So yes, everybody knows what a fucking schmuck is, okay? Everyone knows. I don't know what a fucking shitza is. I don't know what that is. I know what a yarmulke is. I know what a menorah is, and all the other fucking words that you made up that end with the letter A and Z right before it. But you know, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, we're getting a big course in Jewry here, okay? Now I understand a lot of the people that make this show are Jewish. I get it, okay? I mean, the Hollywood industry was founded by Jews. It was. Every major studio, when they were first created, was created by Jews. That was their industry. They decided to get out of fucking the garment making and start making movies, motion pictures. In fact, out of all the major studios, only one of them in the golden age of Hollywood was not Jewish, and that was RKO. That was the only one. And that got bought out by Howard Hughes, and then that got sold to Lucille Ball. Okay, but other than that, all the other major studios in Hollywood were founded by Jews. MGM, Warner Brothers, Universal, all of them, all the major studios were founded by Jews, okay, except for RKO, so there's a lot of Jewish people in Hollywood, in the media, and on TV shows. No fucking wonder, okay? Yes, even the actors, a lot of the actors on this show are Jewish, okay, even though they're not playing Jewish, like Sarah Jessica Parker, she's Jewish, but she's not playing a Jewish character on the show, okay? So, Chris Noth, big, yeah, he's Jewish, but he's not playing a Jewish character on the show, okay? Things like that, Oh well, yes, Hollywood, yes, the media thing, TV shows, Hollywood, it's all mostly Jewish, okay? That's their industry. They created it. What the fuck? All right. So Miranda's changing Brady's diaper, and Steve is there. He's trying to eat his his takeout food that he ordered, and she's changing diaper, and she gets shit. She wipes her head, and she gets shit on her fucking forehead. She does not notice it, but Steve notices it. He starts laughing and tries to tell, hey, you got some shit on your head there. She's like, what do you mean? And she tries to wipe it away, but she just gets more of it on her forehead. and he's cracking up. It's funny. Okay, Miranda's covered in shit. I think there's a message here. I think they're trying to tell us something here. That's what I think. And I think it's about time. All right. So he tries to grab the baby wipe and wipe it off of her head, and he's teasing her while doing this. She's like, oh, let's see if you like it. So she grabs the baby wipe and tries to hit Steve with it. Okay. So Steve runs away. She's holding the baby in one hand, and she's chasing him around the apartment, with a baby wipe. And he's playing along too. They're having a great time, honestly. I think I almost saw a fucking human being there for a minute inside Miranda. I think I almost saw like a real person in Miranda right there, just for a couple of seconds, or maybe 1 second. That was it. Okay, they're actually laughing and having a good time. And Steve says, hey, and Steve says something like, hey, tell mommy to stop chasing daddy. And once he says that, Miranda just fucking stops and goes right back to being her normal, cold, bitchy, fucking cunt self. Okay, she turns into her fucking bitch again, which is her normal state, actually. What she did a couple seconds ago was an aberration. Okay, she's not usually like that. She's usually fucking a fucking bitch, a bitch and a half, and she is to the father of her child. Okay, she treats him like total fucking shit, like he's gutter trash. Okay, even though he doesn't fucking dig his hand into the fucking trash can to get his fucking cake and eat it, does he? No, he doesn't. But Miranda does that. But yeah, Steve's the gutter trash, right? Okay. So Miranda turns back to her bitchy self, and she's like, it's not funny, Steve. You're not the one that had shit on their face. I don't have time for this. What the fuck are you even doing here? You dropped him off hours ago. Don't you have a fucking life? He's like, yeah, Miranda, I have a life. Bye. Yeah, and he walks away, because he's a defeated man. He really is, she pushes him around. She does, and he takes it. He takes it and asks for seconds. And then he leaves. She treats him like shit. That's the father of her child. She should at least give him that much respect. But she treats him like a fucking nuisance. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? I don't want you here. I don't like you. You're a piece of shit. She treats him that way, and she still does. And she never stopped. 19 years later, she didn't stop. She's still the same way. Yeah. There's no happy ending here. Okay? So that's going on, and the baby was crying, so Brady was actually crying, and he knew that something was going on here. All right. So that's going on. Miranda shows up at Carrie's place because she has like a moment of realization, a moment of clarity here, and she realizes that she still has feelings for him. So after Steve leaves, she has this guilty look on her face. And she immediately goes to Carrie's place and goes like, I'm still in love with Steve. And Carrie's like, yeah, come on in. Of course, she brings the baby with her, and she gives Carrie the baby, and she's holding it. And I will say this, all right, about Sarah Jessica Parker, okay? She got some nice titties, okay? She got some nice titties. I kind of wanted to touch them, I just want to stick my hand in the TV. Yes, okay, these girls are attractive. They are. Okay, not Miranda, okay? And Charlotte's my favorite, okay? But yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker looks pretty damn good in that fucking top. Her boobs are wiggling up and down. Does she have a baby in real life? I got to look it up. Does she have a baby? Because her tits look bigger than normal. And they look really nice, too, and they're real. I like that. They're real. You can play with those. Yeah. You can have some fun with those. With the fake ones, you can only do so much, because they don't move that much, But the real ones, oh, yeah. That's a lot of fun right there. And she's got some, okay. Well, you know where I'm going with this, okay? It's called Straight Man's Point of View for a reason, okay? So anyway, I was looking at Sarah Jessica Parker's tits, all right? There, sue me. Okay, so Miranda's there, and she's trying to tell Trying to tell Carrie, he's like, I'm in love with Steve. You know? And yeah, being a total fucking cunt, that's her way of showing how much she loves Steve, by treating him like total fucking shit, like he's gutter trash. That's her way of showing how much she loves him. Yeah. I can understand why she would be confused, you know? And she tells Carrie, she's like, I know. You know, she's like, I can't believe I'm still in love with Steve. Oh my God. You know? And I was a bitch to him and I kicked him out of my apartment. And Carrie's like, oh yeah, well, way to go, Miranda. You know, anyway, she's looking for something to give the baby because the baby's kind of crying. And she's like, oh, I got some crackers here. Is it okay for the baby to eat crackers? Yes. Okay, well, these are from like, these from the 1980s? You know, she starts feeding them crackers from the 1980s. Which I thought was funny. Okay? And Carrie's like, look, I know you're in love with Steve, okay? I just can't believe that you're finally admitting it. She's like, Miranda's like, oh, I'm in love with Steve and I need a fucking drink. You were laughing and we were laughing the other day and I realized that we belong together. And then I treated him like shit and kicked him out of the apartment. Oh, way to go. You know, and don't worry about feeling you belong together with Steve, okay? That feeling will pass, okay? It'll pass, all right? Just like taking a shit. Yeah, you don't really give two fucks about Steve, okay? You just don't like being lonely, okay? That's honest God truth, okay? You don't fucking really love him. He's there and he puts up with your bullshit, and that's why you like to have him around, okay? He shares responsibilities with your child. That's why you like having him around, because you know goddamn well you can't really get a guy anymore, okay? Not with your big fucking fat ass that you constantly fucking keep stuffing that fucking grilled cheese sandwich and those cupcakes, you know, in your shithole right there, okay? You keep stuffing your fucking face. Your ass is getting fatter and fatter, even though you already gave birth, you know, and you're a total fucking cunt. You treat people like shit. No one likes to be around you except for your girlfriends, okay? Because you're a total fucking piece of shit. All right, and you realize that you're not going to get some high-value guy. He's not going to fucking sweep you off your fucking feet, okay? Not Miss Single Mom here, okay? No, it's not going to fucking happen, all right? That shit belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel if it did happen, okay? And it's not going to fucking happen. Your best bet is to fucking be with Steve, okay? Because he actually gives a shit about you, but you treat him like shit, so what the fuck does it matter? You can't respect a guy that you can just fucking treat like shit all the fucking time, all right? You have no respect for him at all, okay? So no, you don't really love him. He's just the only guy that's around that's going to put up with your shit. And you fucking know it, okay? You know it, because any fucking hot guy, any fucking guy with a high sexual market value, once you meet him and you tell him you got a fucking kid, he's going to be fucking going for the exit, okay? And you fucking know it's true, all right? And so he's your best option, all right? And you're horny. You know, no real guy would fuck you. All right, so Carrie's like, good thinking, blah, blah. Okay, so Miranda's like, I can't be in love with Steve. What am I going to do? We already have a baby together. Maybe I should take him somewhere romantic. Get the fuck out. Like, you're not a romantic person, Miranda. Shut the fuck up. All right. Meanwhile, Samantha walks through her neighborhood, which is gay, which is totally fucking gay. I mean, there's guys walking around with their ass cheeks hanging out of their fucking chaps, and Samantha's the only woman around, and she's strutting her stuff in her heels and her dress, and there's all these fucking gay guys all around her fucking making out in their fucking leather and shit. Their S&M leather and their fucking leather mask. They all look like the fucking Riddler from the Batman movie, you know, and all that fucking shit. There's a guy with a fucking leash, and he's fucking squatting on the floor like he's a dog taking his shit. Unfucking believable. And the only thing that Samantha has to complain about is she finds out that they're opening a fucking pottery barn in her neighborhood, and that pisses her off. Yeah, like all the fucking gay S&M shit in front of her house does not piss her off at all, okay? But there's some corporate guy from Wall Street is opening a fucking chain of pottery barns in her fucking neighborhood, okay? And that pisses her off, okay? Anyway, so she's looking around and she sees a guy get out of a fucking Humvee. Okay, he's sharply dressed. He looks like a Wall Street guy. He's a young, good-looking guy. So she immediately gets fucking turned on. He's walking into her building, okay, and he's got a key, so he obviously lives there too. So she, hold the door for me. And she flirts with him. His name is Chip Kalinsky, and he lives there. He lives in apartment 4F. Samantha lives in apartment 3F. So he says, so that means you're right beneath me. She's like, exactly where I want to be. Anyway, so she flirts with him, and he goes inside the fucking building, okay? Okay, but one question she does not ask herself is, why the fuck is this super good-looking guy moving into a fucking gay neighborhood? You know, that never crosses her mind. Nor the writers of this episode, by the way. That never crosses their mind. Okay, meanwhile, Charlotte's fucking Harry. She's on top of him. She's riding him. like cowgirl style, you know. And she's like, "Oh, come on, honey, that whole Jewish thing, that's not that important, is it?" He's like, "Oh, no, it's not. I'm gonna come." Yeah, we get some more of that. Yeah, it's just like season 2 all over again, you know. I guess they realized that we haven't really seen a lot of sex, you know, on a show called Sex and the City in like 2 seasons. So they're trying to do some of the shit they did like in season 1 and season 2 with the random fucking sex, you know. People having sex with their clothes on. Yeah, I know. All right, so that's going on here. The next morning, you know, Charlotte's all excited now because she said, "Oh yeah, I don't have to convert to Judaism," you know. And she's like, "Oh, you changed your mind, honey." You know, he's like, "What? What are you asking me?" He's like, "You changed your mind, remember? Last night?" You know? He's like, "Oh, wait. You said I don't have to be Jewish." He's like, whoa, wait a minute. Asking to renounce Judaism during sex? That's just another form of manipulation. You know? I guess she's like, "Why is this so important to you that I be Jewish?" He's like, "Because I promised my mom." You know, and now she's like, "Oh shit, not again. Not another fucking Trey McDougal and his mom." Like that was her last marriage. And you know how that fucking ended up. His mom, he was a mama's boy all the fucking way. And she wore the pants in that family. Okay. And she's thinking that again. And he's like, "Yeah, I promised my mom, you know, that I'd marry a Jewish girl." Okay. Right before she died. And then Charlotte's like, "Oh, okay, woo, thank God." You know? So now she likes him again. You know? Okay. And Charlotte's like, "You know, I'm sorry about your mom, okay? But you know what? If your mom had met me, then she would have fallen in love with you completely, just like I did." No, she wouldn't have, okay? My mom was a very traditionalist person, okay, and she wanted to stay Jews only in the family, okay. That was very important to her. I mean, a lot of our family died in the Holocaust. So she was like, "Oh well, now that you said Holocaust, I can't say anything." So she goes back to sleep. Oh well. Okay. He's like, no, my mom wouldn't accept you. Jews don't think that way. Okay, he's devout. Okay, so that's going on here. Meanwhile, Jack Berger calls Carrie, leaves a message on her machine. He tells her, "Don't answer the phone. I'm not ready for a whole voice-to-voice contact yet. I just want to leave a message for you here. I was thinking, like, you know, as far as going on a date together, you know, that maybe we should have dinner and a movie," which is a fucking bad idea. Guys, do not ever spend your first date as a fucking movie, okay? You will spend all your time watching the movie and none of your time getting to know the person that you're sitting next to. Don't do that, okay? The first date you want with a woman, okay, you want it to be with something where you can interact with each other, okay? Something like ice skating or something that where you're looking at each other, talking to each other, getting to know each other, you know, miniature golf or whatever the fuck, you know, or just fuck, you know. I know, see, back in the day, for those of you kids that are watching, back in the day, we used to actually have to go on dates, you know, where a guy would ask a girl, or sometimes a girl would ask a guy, but almost never. And the guy would have to pay for the fucking date, and you would go do things together and stuff. And then after you did that a few times, then you would like have sex later on. I know. It was a long time ago. I know. Back when we used to do that, we had no fucking cell phone apps where we could just fucking swipe right, you know, and then all of a sudden, we're fucking someone a half an hour later. No, we did not have that. There was no hookup culture back then. Well, there was, but it wasn't that convenient. Okay, there was no app for it like there is today. Okay, you actually had to meet somebody, you know, and go out with them and talk to them first and all that kind of shit. You know, it's crazy. I know, right? Yeah, but that's how we used to have to do it. Okay, and so he's planning his date, and he tells her, "Hey, you know, all my friends are talking about this movie called Craig's Room. I don't even know what the fuck that movie is. I did not watch that movie. I don't know what the fuck who's in it or nothing about that movie. But it might even be a real movie. I don't fucking know." But he tells her, "Hey, listen, all my friends say they like this, so I'm thinking that we should go to the theater and we should just fucking hate it together. You know, what do you think?" And you know, and then he hangs up. All right, So he left a message. So, of course, Carrie's all excited. She's bragging to her girlfriends about it during lunch. And there's something I got to say about this scene during their lunch. Is fucking Samantha's wearing this white blouse with fucking bananas patterned over just the top of the blouse. It looks fucking stupid as fuck. What the hell are they trying to say? That she likes bananas? That she likes fucking cock because it's shaped like a fucking banana? I don't fucking know, but I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I couldn't pay attention to anything else in the whole fucking scene except Samantha's fucking banana fucking blouse that she had on. It looks stupid as fuck. Why the fuck would you dress Kim Cattrall this way? Well, I think I know why. Probably because of that feud that she had with Sarah Jessica Parker. And she said, "Hey, make Kim Cattrall look like a piece of fucking shit every episode. Let's make fun of her." Okay, I think that's what happened, okay, in real life. And this is just a symptom of that. That's what I think happened. But anyway, so she's bragging to her girlfriends about how, Jack Berger took charge of the date. So he's a take charge guy, but he did leave the restaurant option to her. So she gets to pick where they go eat, okay? So see, he actually gave her some control. Hey, if you want some fucking control, Carrie, you should pay for the whole fucking thing. And then you can decide what movie and where you're going to go eat, okay? But, whatever. All right, so anyway, so he's flexible. That's what she says. He's flexible, okay? I think what's really going on with Carrie here is that she's fucked a lot of losers, okay? And this is her best option so far, is Jack Berger, okay? After Aiden, the guys that she's dated and fucked, she fucked big, but I mean, that's long distance. That ain't gonna happen. Not yet anyway. She's fucked a lot of losers. And here's this one guy who's witty, he's charming, he's good looking, he's a writer like she is. They have the same publisher. So yeah, so she's really excited. This is probably the best option she's had. Let's face it, okay? She ain't 35 anymore, okay? And I'm being conservative there, okay? I'm being conservative, all right? So yeah, I think it's probably her best option, and she should pursue it. And then she tells her girlfriends, by the way, another guy I met a year ago, he hit me up too, and he wants to go out with me as well. So I figured out the best way to get a date is to already have a date. And Charlotte is like, maybe, you should go on that date with the other guy as well. She said, but I already have a date. No, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't make the mistake that I made with Harry. You depending everything on Jack Berger is putting too much pressure on you. And Miranda's like, hey, what's with all the drama, Carrie? When you talk about Jack Berger, what's with all the drama? She's like, you know what? It's because I like him. It's because I'm crazy about him, And that, and when a woman feels that way, it has a certain effect on her. And Miranda's like, say no more. You know what I mean, Miranda? No, I mean really, say no more. Because they don't know. The other girls don't know that she's in love with Steve still. All right. And of course, Samantha's like, yes, you should go out with the other guy too. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Whatever. Okay. So and she says, she tells Charlotte, hey, listen, I'm not putting too much pressure on Jack. She's like, well, how many outfits have you bought for this fucking date already? She's like, none? Okay, 6. Okay, see what I mean? Okay, boom. All right, so finally the thesis of this episode is, in finance and dating, why do we keep investing so much into financing and into dating? Okay, so Miranda tries calling Steve. She's nervous about it. She wrote out what she's going to say, but she fucks it all up. She basically asks him, hey, you want to go out to eat sometime? Blah, blah, blah. That's it, All right. Meanwhile, Samantha's wearing this lime dress. She's carrying this basket full of goodies for her neighbor. And she knocks on the door. She's wearing this hot lime dress. She knocks on the door. He answers it in a fucking towel. Now, I know this show's about fucking sex. I get it, okay? Sex and jokes. I fucking get it, all right? But no fucking guy answers the door in a fucking bath towel and nothing else. And this show seems to like to do this. They did this in an episode of it Just Like That, where Carrie knocked on her neighbor's door and her boyfriend answered the door wearing nothing but a fucking towel. Okay? Nobody answers the door that way. I don't even answer the door that way. Are you out of your fucking mind? The only time I would ever answer that door is if fucking my security camera saw that it was my girlfriend or something that I was fucking, and they're there and they need me to buzz her in. Then I don't mind doing it because she's already seen me naked, okay? I've already seen her naked, okay? But if I don't know who the fuck's on the other side of that door, you really think I'm gonna fucking answer it when I'm just holding a towel, covering myself, and that's it, nothing else? Get the fuck out of here. That's fucking bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Anyway, so Samantha's there, and she acts like she doesn't realize he's just wearing a towel, like she always does. And she's like, hey, I got you some gifts here because you're my new neighbor. Blah, blah, blah. There's condoms in here, and there's beef jerky in here, and also some lotion in here, And he's like, here, take it. He's like, if I take that basket, I'll drop my towel. She's like, well, if you say so. And then she hands it to him. He drops his towel to pick it up. So we get to see a big shot of his ass. And then she walks in, all uninvited, because you know what's going to happen. All right. So that's going on here. Well, it turns out that Chip is a fucking stockbroker, and she's fucking blowing him. Yeah, she's blowing him. And he's coming. Oh God. you know, so he comes. And then he tells Samantha, oh my God, that's the best head of my life. Oh, by the way, I'm not supposed to do this, but you really need to put some money on, on stock securities, whatever. She's like, okay, so she writes it down, stock securities or whatever. I don't remember the name of the stock, but anyway, yeah, he's giving her fucking stock advice, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, Martha Stewart all the fucking way, okay? But I didn't know because I'd forgotten this episode, so I didn't know how it was going to play out until later on, okay? All right, and so Carrie narrates this scene like, oh, it looks like a mutual fund. Mutual funds turned into mutual fun. Whatever, who gives a shit? We do get to see Kim Cattrall's ass, though. Apparently she's been working out. Now, I've noticed this about Kim Cattrall. Whenever we see her fucking mostly bottomless and shit, it's always the first episode of a new season. We never see it before, so that break they have between seasons is when Kim Cattrall's fucking, doing all her cardio, and watching her weight. That way, in the first episode of the new season, when they start filming it, she can already be ready for it. Like that, she'll get naked or she'll strip in front of a fucking the fire department. Remember that episode? Okay, or when she had that photo shoot naked. These were all like the first episodes of a new season. So I think she dieted her ass off so that she could show off her ass in the first episode, and then she goes back to her normal weight. That's what I think is happening. Okay, I pay attention to this stuff. Okay, and we get to see Kim Cattrall's ass. Yeah, we see her ass. So that's what I think happened. Hey, yeah, for her age, she looks good. Looks good. Okay, so I'm going to stop my review right here. This is the end of part 1 of my review for this episode, and I will be right back with part 2. Thank you for watching this long, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.